From the Bob Mills Weather Center, Oklahoma weather expert Stacia Knight.
We have a chance for thunderstorms rolling through Saturday night, early Sunday morning. Hopefully we can get the rain out of here so you can enjoy the rest of Father's Day dry, but it is going to be on the warm side. We'll get into the full forecast coming up. I do want to mention that tomorrow is an ozone alert day. We had an ozone alert for today. We were doing well in keeping those ozone numbers from getting too high, and hopefully we can do the same tomorrow. But tomorrow the atmosphere conditions will be supportive of ozone building at the surface, and it could get to high enough levels where it becomes unsensitive or healthy for folks. So we want to make sure that that doesn't happen tomorrow. Things that we can do, of course, not using our vehicles as much, not using our gas-powered lawn equipment as much. All of that does help. Tonight it's a quiet night when it comes to the weather. It's Friday night though, so there's a lot of people in downtown, kind of the hustle and bustle happening right now. And going forward for your weekend, there could be a few showers rolling through in the morning. Very light, very brief, and mostly from Tulsa north. So heads up there. Then tomorrow night, this is where we have our highest probability of rain and storms. In the metro, it's probably midnight to about 2 a.m. But if you are west of Tulsa, it'll start a little sooner. Start time out in western Osage, western Pawnee County could be as early as about 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. with a cluster of thunderstorms coming in capable of 60 to 70 mile-per-hour winds and large hail. This is our storm zone for tomorrow. It includes pretty much the entire state. We've been upgraded from a low threat now to a moderate threat. And again, wind will be our primary issue. 60 to 70 mile-per-hour wind gusts possible. Hail could get up to the size of golf balls to ping pong balls. And we're going to be monitoring for an isolated tornado risk. There's a couple things that will happen tomorrow. We could have some thunderstorms that come up out of Texas. Those may get into far southeast Oklahoma later in the day. And then we'll have the line of storms coming in from the west. So there's a lot that we'll be watching. In the morning, the passing showers, that's out in north central Oklahoma at 7 a.m. And then these will continue east, maybe making a run for Bartlesville and Coffeyville if it can hold together. Again, brief and light. As we head into the 4 o'clock hour tomorrow, highs are in the low 90s. Heat index will be up to around 96. And for the most part, it's quiet at about 4 o'clock. There could be an isolated shower that tries to bubble up, but I think more of our activity, of course, will be later, our Saturday night. So this is 11 o'clock on Future View, latest model run. We have storms that have come up from Texas, so those could be strong to severe wind and hail, primary issues south of I-40 at 11 p.m. We also have some thunderstorms that could develop right on top of southeast Kansas. Then we have the thunderstorms that are coming in from the west. This will be a complex of, again, strong damaging winds and large hail. That complex will kind of take over overnight and be the main activity, the main game in town. 1 a.m. it's in the metro. That leading edge could be right along I-44 with those strong winds. And some of these hail cores, like I said, could have ping pong ball size hail with it. And so that's not going to be good. But this is an overnight event. 3 a.m. leading edge is probably over into Arkansas at that point, but behind it will be ongoing showers, rumbles of thunder, and maybe even seeing an uptick as we get to about sunrise for some of those thunderstorms to kind of build back in. From Highway 75 to the east will be the primary zone for that Sunday morning. Sunday afternoon, the system's pushing away from us. Highs will be in the 80s, but we may still have some clouds and some lingering showers in our far eastern counties later in the day on Sunday. If you're heading to area lakes tomorrow to try to cool off, and highs are going to be in the low 90s. In the morning, just a brief shower possible up at Grand and maybe also at Keystone. So that's our lake forecast. And the forecast for dads, well, in the morning on Father's Day here in Tulsa, we may still have some lingering showers. Sunshine more abundant in the afternoon, high of 87, but we'll be around 85 at 5 o'clock on Sunday. But it'll be a warm one until you compare it to the next week, and highs will be in the mid-90s for the majority of next week, plus those heat indices near 100. So Father's Day in the afternoon, highs in the 80s don't really sound that bad, does it, until we get into next week, and we're feeling like we're near 100 almost every day. So the heat will build in next week. This weekend, though, our main concern is, of course, the strong to severe storms for tomorrow night. And again, in Tulsa, that window will be probably around midnight to about 2 a.m. It'll start earlier if you are west of Tulsa, and it will start earlier potentially if you're down to the south of I-40. So pay attention.
Everybody, keep your awareness up.
That's right. Our trackers will be out. We'll have you covered.